my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. So something that I have always struggled with, and I still kind of struggle with, is the fact of working my way, quote unquote, into heaven, or working my way into God's grace. I come from a very small town, blue collar community, Cowboys, and the entire mentality of an area is to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, be a man, don't ask for help, get it done. You don't need anybody else, grow up, get over it, you're fine. And I've always struggled with the fact that I've never thought myself good enough for God. I know that I'm saved, I know that I'm on my way to heaven, but I have this constant battle where I don't quite understand that Christ loves me, and no matter what I do, I can't be removed from His grace, right? God's not sitting up in heaven on His throne hucking thunderbolts down at me because I did something wrong, right? That's not in God's nature. God does not punish us because we've sinned. God corrects us to change us, right? And the Apostle Paul here is saying, Jesus, in red letters in your Bible, says, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And a lot of times when I think of guys like the Apostle Paul or the patriarch Abraham, or a lot of these Bible characters, I think of these men of God who were devout and they knew what God wanted them to do. They served God with their whole heart. They never messed up. But if you do a character study of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, you know very plainly that they messed up a lot, right? Abraham, he would go into Egypt and he would tell Sarah, say, hey, you are beautiful and they're going to kill me to get to you, right? I want you to say that you're my sister, which technically wasn't a lie because Sarah was Abraham's half-sister. But he said, I want you to say that you're my sister and not my wife, so they won't kill me, right? And so what happened is that the Pharaoh, or the ruler of the land they would go into, would take Sarah into his harem, right? But then God would punish that ruler. He would have to punish Pharaoh. And so Pharaoh would call Abraham in and say, why did you lie to me? Why did you do all this stuff, right? And I'm just saying that to show you that even the men who we think of as great men of God in the Bible messed up. They had their bad moments. They had their weak moments, right? Paul the Apostle, we think of, if there was ever a super Christian, it was Paul the Apostle, right? This guy, he got stoned, he got right back into Lystra, kept preaching. He got beaten, he got stuck in jail with Silas, and he did all these great things for God. He worked all of these miracles. But if you remember back to the book of Acts, before Paul met Jesus on the road to Damascus,